The Canadian Defence Department is credited with the invention of the Jargon generator. This 27-word tool creates instant jargon. Just pick any 3 numbers from 0 to 9 and read off the columns to get instant jargon. 548 creates responsive digital hardware. 912 creates balanced organisational capability. 263 creates systemised transitional mobility. The Jargon generator was the inspiration for StyleWriter's Jargon Buster, but instead of checking for 27 words, StyleWriter's graded dictionary flags potential jargon from around 80,000 specialist, difficult, unusual or abstract words. Here's StyleWriter's Jargon Buster analysing a medical report. It has a bog index of 197 when writing to the public, but jargon depends on the audience, so we'll change the audience from public to specialist. Although the bog index has fallen almost 25% because the report is intended for a specialist audience, it is still far too high. StyleWriter uses several categories to find jargon in your writing. The 3 main categories are abbreviations, difficult words, and jargon phrases. Abbreviations and acronyms are the most common form of jargon. You can look up StyleWriter's help screens to find out how to keep them to a minimum. Difficult words are often outside the known vocabulary of most readers. Wherever possible, you should try to edit them from your writing. StyleWriter highlights jargon phrases using its graded word list. You can control the number of phrases shown. The lower you set the level, the more phrases the program highlights. StyleWriter uses 3 other categories to discourage jargon in writing: abstract words, unusual words, and the spell checker. Abstract words, loved by jargon writers, are overused in most writing. You can usually delete them or replace them with more specific information. Good writing uses words familiar to the reader. Unusual words, by definition, will not be easy reading and are often jargon. StyleWriter Spell Checker can also find jargon, as it finds words which are outside the 200,000 in its word list. These words, other than proper nouns, which StyleWriter highlights, are often jargon. Let's go back to the text screen. You can see the jargon highlighted by StyleWriter. Although written for a specialist medical audience, the 165-word sample asks a lot from any reader. StyleWriter cannot tell you if the highlighted text is suitable for the audience or how to edit the text to remove the jargon. Here the jargon might be suitable for a highly specialist medical audience. Here's a more typical example of jargon writing. It's written for an internal audience on the subject of family firms. The writer overuses abstract words such as outcomes, relationships, and synergistic. Words such as typology and substitutional, and phrases such as non-financial performance outcomes and comprehensive stakeholder performance perspective make the text impenetrable. This abstract jargon-riddled style is common in all organisations when the writer tries to impress the reader. Once alerted to the excessive jargon by StyleWriter, the writer needs to rethink and redraft the ideas in more specific, less abstract terms.